Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today na Sunday number 10 day for the month of April 2022. My name na Capo Daniel, the Deputy Defense Chief, the Anti-Kidnapping Czar of the Ambazonian Governing Council, aka Sense Pass King, una own countryman. Una welcome to our daily podcast, a program where we bring una meaningful information, the truth and nothing but the truth, and facts-based analysis and substantiated information where go help we navigate this journey to our independence. Fellow Ambazonians, an Iroko tree have fallen. General Insobu, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But first, we will start for the capital city for the Savannah State, for Bamenda, with the Ambazonian Defense Forces. The Bamenda Brigade then take hold of the center part of Bamenda, city chemist, for over 2 hours.
Worry, na 9 or na 10. Na city chemist this so. The day they don't run. Now we open the city. Then na city chemist so. Now we own city chemist now. Then our city chemists will wait, they don't run, we'll wait back up.
For over 2 weeks, the Ambazonian Bamenda Brigade is involved in flank and outflank the Cameroon military, their position in a hit and run type of situation. For over 2 weeks, we'll then be up, we'll never sleep for ongoing operations. We'll target some safe houses for La Republique and some strategic post them for inside town. One of the great challenge will bring them for our population today. We will need to meet and take note and meet and take action. We don't fail for directly engage a Cameroon occupation military inside our town in a way we will eliminate a lot of them, because our civilian they always there around the area the way they control. It don't affect our effectiveness. It don't affect the operation on the road and carry on during this week. All Ambazonian civilian, them especially for the capital city for Bamenda, the heart of our resistance, make them know say any place where Cameroon military occupation forces them, then get control point, we will come there, we will attack them. Not just a matter of time. Stay away from any place where Cameroon military that they operate there, that they can put checkpoint, they harass and steal from our people them. From Council Junction, go reach right for food market to city chemist. This past week we done touch those places them, and from a distance, long range ambush. The only reason we do them now because we want to avoid civilian casualties, unintended death, especially with the death of the driver, Rene, where he died for inside Bengui Road. We don't want to be extra careful. But this coming week, we will be coming for the Cameroon military all across Bamenda and all across our national territory. Any place where Cameroon military they stay away from that place. Now a battlefield. We go come out, we go back for inside Oku, and for thank our population and our civilians and the quarter heads them and the chiefs and the sub chief and right up to the new chief where they don't put them for inside the Oku, for them for engage we directly, for talk with we, and for apologize for allowing some of their sons and daughters for be involved with this Cameroon, their bribe for try for overpower our soldiers and for inside the Oku. Would want for let them for know so the need for stand together with their people. They fight with the soldier, they fight no be for themselves. Most of those soldiers and where they fight now victim for Cameroon terrorism across our territory, where they pick up their guns for fight for the justice for 8 million and far beyond Ambazonians. Now the moral thing for do for stand for the side of those who they fight against Cameroon occupation. Now the right thing for do. Our cause is be just, and in war if error it be unavoidable, and would make sure for do everything humanly possible, say make discipline a day against strong odds both from external and internal forces them. But we will continue for work hard for make sure say make we protect the integrity for our liberation movement and for be effective for fight for liberate our homeland. We the one for let the people for Oko also understand. Say the people the way they will receive money from Philemon Yang and any agent where he work with Philemon or he go work with Philemon. The worst one now the 5 yengo we come for inside the Bui with the people they them bring them for Yaoundé, can force people they meet and come can receive money. They even dress up for can receive money. With one talk say anybody will go collude, anybody will go collaborate with the alien and foreign country Cameroon for continue for maintain Ambazonia as a recolonized territory for Cameroon, that person he go pay the price for his action. There will be consequences for treason. We want to also thank our general for Insobu, Bush Rambo, where he show tremendous leadership and skills for discuss with the population, for reach out and for make sure say make there be harmony between the civilian and the Ambazonian forces them for inside Oku. Before we get for the clocks of the matter, we want to go for inside La Republique, where Ambazonian refugee the way they are run for seek refuge for inside La Republique for Douala, they receive be targeted with their houses then for demolish. Most of the area the way they host Ambazonian refugee them, they don't be designated for be demolished. We don't see say some Ambazonian picking them, they don't come out picking them for inside primary kindergarten. It don't bad so they picking them for kindergarten, then two they don't join for protest so that they feel find way for save their place where they stay. Even for inside La Republique, we know day for our people that are run war. This one an indication for the type of treatment where Cameroon government then thinks say we for Ambazonia would deserve them. Still for La Republique, the Ambazonian Governing Council, it don't get a complete report about the financial status of La Republique, their debt, and the financial war within there for inside, as their country it crumble, it can choke with heart attack due to debts and overspending and unsustainable level of corruption within their government. The Cameroon government is be desperate. With the CC, their government it imposed 30,000 for COVID-19 tests. They don't block their border from flight simply because they want to justify collecting 30,000 for citizens them, saying for COVID tests, despite the fact that they don't get free test kits from China, and the IMF it don't give them loans for tremendous amount of money for fight against COVID-19. Cameroon have no hope. It's a dying cow where they suffer for heart attack. Even for pay money for teachers them where they go participate for GCE, the allowances they never be paid. The Cameroon government they choke with debts. That one it could be a subject of its own. I think say if when they document them for the financial situation for Cameroon, it don't be made, it don't get clearance. We could bring out Duduna from with proper perspective from the Ambazonian Governing Council. Fellow Ambazonians, an Iroko tree it don't fall. Insobu it don't finally die. The most saddest thing na say it die holding on to a lie where they don't brainwash you for believe say your own brother them for the ADF, and the one the way they don't levy follow Mad Dog say they do work for La Republique. What a sad thing. The even saddest thing is that we don't get transcript from the IG people the way they be the controllee their meeting where they get them after a death. But first I go on for explain for now which way happen. The Ambazonian Defense Forces Major General Capo he be get meeting for a safe house with General Vulture and General Mad Dog where they want discuss some issue them about our attacks for inside Bui against La Republique to Cameroon. So they be plan that meeting for a safe house. The rendezvous point it will be made no it will be kept as a secret, but that information it will be leaked for Insobu. So Insobu plan for ambush these three general for their meeting point. The plan attack for General Insobu it will be leaked back to the generals them just shortly after Insobu be done dispatched with himself with two other of a commander, three of them heavily armed, coming out of their zone of control for come ambush our soldier them, our general them for the meeting the way they be there. Unfortunately for them, the soldier they be ready before they reach for they not even get time for dismount for come down for their bike when Insobu be neutralized. The person where he pull the trigger na a former fighter where be deal with he done discover and say they be the fool them for believe in lies and manipulate them for fight against their own brother where they be supposed to fight now against La Republique. So now so he can die in the hands of people the way they be done be with before. General Insobu, he been a very strong Ambazonian fighter, would he really regret and would he mourn say he done die. General Insobu, he be at one time the bodyguard for General Hassan, the overall commander of the Ambazonia Defense Forces Bui Brigade. For they can tribalize the Draki, Migo create the own new group, the Bui Warrior Group. The ADF Ibidan maintain say since the Bui Insobu Idan declare war against his own brother them, will be done advise say make it remain for a place and will not go take any action for can attack it for inside place where he dey for Kilaiki. But if he come out for can attack our forces, he go face consequences and will go attack he out of that area if he come out for can attack our forces. A joint policy with the General Madoki forces them about attack Insobu. He be then be instructed at one point following an attack by General Insobu. At that time, we Sechi will go right for inside the territory, will not be finding, then come back. Since then, our policy it be still be maintained, say make our forces they not take action, operation for go target for place where they, unless them feel say it come for can attack them, then they could take action for protect them. Following the death of General Insobu will be very regrettable, and I go tell now why. We know if the focus on the bad things and way Insobu don't do forget the good things and way don't do for our country, because ultimately patriotism require we for put the national interest ahead of our individual interest, even ahead of our life. Now so we would think for ADF. We need to put the country above our life and above everything else. When I remember, say for inside game, for inside Kumbo, there is no fighter way it can be effective for fight against Cameroon military like General Kumbo. Now he move Cameroon military, their top officer them for inside game, for inside Kumbo, now he be the most effective force for fight for the now a big blow, now a big loss for our war for liberation. But it be being need for being neutralized because it be the pose a direct threat for the other soldier then waiting to be the fight against La Republique so that make will be a free people. It become a threat because it be brainwashed, it be lied to, and our belief na say it be the act on false information, but na a true patriot where he unfortunately need to be put down. According to information from his phone, it shows say he no be under Sako as we all be the think. He no be under Sako, he be na under Chris Anu, his own group for the IG way and create them. Shortly after he be fall, we'll get transcript for the meeting where Chris Anu be holam together with Marianta, Dr. Abongwa, who had recorded their former vice president. Even Coco Blink today for the una, if you imagine. And all these people then sit down not to plan about how to fight La Republique and focus against La Republique, but their main focus is about the ADF. Chris Ano even go for the meeting where Field Marshal Atenam. Chris Ano even go the first Field Marshal talks in ADF kill General Insobu, so that people then go hate ADF according to Chris Ano. So their priority definitely now about hate ADF. Make Chris Anu, Marianta, and all the vice-fezeka within all them they don't fool no General Insobu, me die like a fool. Me they know one thing. If the ADF soldier them, they be see Insobu for place where they meet up be, they for shoot he, they for neutralize he, and we for approve them. And we for be proud of their action. Because Insobu be then become na a threat. And enough for the do and so begin the glad. They for do and so they sorry. Now because now wanna be the real criminal them. Where they wanna then put Insobu for the position where they and where then leads to the loss of his life. Wanna need for be ashamed of oneself. The fact of the matter now say no be an ADF soldier he pull the trigger. Now so soldier where they don't work with ye, then pull the trigger. And then be right. And we accept the decision for pull the trigger on ye because it will be a direct threat and it be the camp for can attack the other general them where they be there for their meeting. In as much as will be sad, say somebody will be very important for fight for the country, it then become like a cancer for your own people. We also know the reason and we also approve say na the right thing for do make any person become a threat to his brothers. If people them like the Chris Anu and the rest, they lie and for try for blackmail other forces for use una life them, for waste una life them, una get the responsibility for be intelligent and for listen for una brother and for listen for facts where we all know. As I go end this episode for today, I go like to remind the Ambazonian public for the message where our command structure on the ground, the anti-kidnapping squad, it done come up with a decision where it be meant for strengthening us for fight against the excesses and kidnapping for ransom. The decision it done be taken, say make no soldier not enter for inside Bamenda, because 95% of kidnappings and excesses the whole decision for Bamenda, na soldier the way they need to stay for Bamenda, na soldier the way they come out of Bamenda for can carry out this type of excesses, then will not be acceptable. According to our information and video they will get them, there are even some general them who want call their name where they get close to 20 motor the way they pack them for their calm them for inside out of Bamenda where they can take that motor then for inside Bamenda. It not be acceptable. It not be acceptable. It be in need for stop. Most of the general them where they are soldier they do those act, they claim say they not do them with their authority. So the Bamenda Brigade anti-kidnapping squad it then decide as follows: make no soldier enter inside Bamenda for any mission whatsoever without getting authorization for a general where go take full responsibility for their action. If any soldier enter Bamenda without informing or taking explicit authority from a general, that soldier it will be arrested, it will be kept into custody, and it will go through penalty for action. These actions are purely geared to protect the integrity of our liberation, to protect our people, so that we will be effective to fight against La Republique in harmony with our civilian population who are also engaged in this war for our liberation to exert our right of self-determination.
Get an authorization we come out from Barra from a general, we will keep we under custody till further notice. And for the people where they work use Amber name, they broke store them, harass people, seize their phones them. We then for protect our civilian. We know they for thief. So in the days ahead, make everybody be one. Mommy, Papa, una avoid for keep late night. Because when we go come out for night, we no go know who be who. We no know La Republique terrorism. Them, they take that opportunity to spoil our name. We no know the Bamenda Brigade under the governing council will need to work such work. Our duty now for protect our sovereignty, protect our land, and bring peace among our civilians. This is the Bamenda Brigade.
Thank you very much, our people, and thanks for our hero them, where they don't rise up to the occasion, they don't risk their life, they don't give up everything. Some of whom have not seen their family for 4 years. They are in the bush, they are in ambush, they are in safe houses, they are currently always on the move, they are having sleepless night to pay the price for the nation of Ambazonia, the former British Southern Cameroon, to be free. Ambazonians across the globe, we get a duty for sustain the liberation movement and for make sure so we don't contribute towards our liberation. Please, if you have never done a donation to support the armed resistance against Cameroon colonization, do it today. Do it, do not hesitate. The program for the 100,000 bullets is ongoing. The third batch have been delivered. We need to reach the target that have been provided to us by our Commander-in-Chief, Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba. God bless you now. Capo Daniel, signing off.